Some of those establishments that fail to meet the standard are popular hotels and restaurants around the island. The Department of Environmental Health says the records show that a number of establishments have not complied with food safety requirements. Senior Environmental Health Officer Claudius Prosper says his office is putting measures in place to ensure those businesses comply.
Well, there are laws, right? But the way that we operate is that we conduct our inspections and we submit reports to these establishments, right? But somehow or the other, these people are not complying with our regulations. We've reached a time where we've decided that enough is enough, and we have to do whatever it takes to ensure that these establishments comply with our regulations.
The Chief Medical Officer has the power to shut down any business that does not comply with food safety laws, but Dr. Josiah Rambali is using a conciliatory approach. The CMO and environmental health officers have been meeting with those establishments to give them an opportunity to get up to speed.
We met with several people from the hotels and restaurants, and they're supposed to come up to a criteria, certain standard, so that they can get 80 points. And many of these institutions and hotels and restaurants, they are below that. Everybody have to come up to the standard, because in the few weeks and months ahead, unfortunately, the people who are not coming up to the standard will have to close them down.
The Environmental Health Office says the violations are multiple and varied. Prosper says those range from lack of equipment to improper attire for food handlers.
Food's not being refrigerated at the right temperature. We have situations where workers are not properly clad for work, are not wearing the headgears and the uniforms. We have problems where, people use one sink to carry out all activities, as opposed to having sinks exclusively for dishwashing and having sinks exclusively for hand washing, right? And having sinks also exclusively for the washing of ground provisions and meats and beef products.
But why doesn't the Ministry of Health go after the perpetrators with more force? The CMO says with a few inspectors and over 1,500 establishments, the task is daunting.
The manpower to go through all of these institutions, we don't have right now. But once it comes to our institution, to our attention, we do our best to put everything in place. But we're just telling everyone, make sure that you put everything in place, because we are coming after every food institution, food handlers in St. Lucia, for the betterment of this institution and for the health of our nation.
And the reasons those violations continue: the department thinks some operators are not health conscious, others can't afford the equipment, and still others just don't care. Clinton Reynolds, HTS News, Channel 4.